Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're the show that, well, cuts through all that noise to get you those essential bits of knowledge, those insights you really need.
To stay genuinely informed.
Exactly. And today we're plunging right into the, frankly, wild world of AI. We've got some major news updates, some really significant shifts happening.
Plus some fascinating new tools later on.
Yeah.
Things that could genuinely change how you work, maybe even how you live.
Right. So our mission today, leave you feeling not just up to speed, but maybe sparking a few of those aha moments along the way.
And that's just so crucial right now, isn't it? The speed, the sheer scope of AI innovation. It's reshaping everything, our digital future, really.
It really is. Understanding these shifts isn't just, keeping up. It's about being ready, being empowered for what's coming.
Couldn't agree more.
Okay, so let's unpack this. Kicking things off with the big tech players. Their strategic moves, especially around AI partnerships. Things are getting really interesting there.
Definitely.
You know how sometimes your smart assistant just doesn't get it, like, at all?
Oh, tell me about it. Frustrating.
Well, imagine that's coming from one of the biggest tech companies out there. And they've been playing catch-up for years. That's Apple's Siri dilemma, basically.
Right. Which leads us straight into these talks they're having with Google about Gemini.
Exactly. So here's the scoop. Apple is reportedly talking seriously with Google, thinking about licensing their Gemini AI model.
To give Siri a much-needed brain boost.
Precisely. There's even talk about a custom Gemini version, tailored just for Apple stuff.
Interesting.
But look, no final deal yet. Apple's still weighing things up. They've got their own AI efforts, remember?
And they've talked to OpenAI too, right? And Anthropic.
They have. It's like a high-stakes negotiation table over there.
No kidding.
And poor Siri, introduced way back in 2011, it's often struggled, hasn't it? Complex tasks, talking to other apps.
Yeah, compared to Google Assistant or Alexa, it often felt a step behind.
And now it looks like the big Siri revamp, the one we thought was coming spring 2025.
Pushed back.
Pushed back. To 2026 now. Sounds like some serious engineering challenges.
Oof. That's a significant delay.
But here's the twist, right? Apple already has a partnership with OpenAI.
For ChatGPT and Apple Intelligence, iOS 18, macOS Sequoia.
Yep. And this is crucial, ChatGPT is just an option, an extension for deeper questions. It's not the default engine.
Right, an important distinction.
So what's the play here? What's Apple actually aiming for with all these talks?
Well, what's truly insightful, I think, is we're seeing a move away from this idea of a single, monolithic AI brain. It's becoming more like a federation of AI intelligences.
A federation, I like that.
Yeah, even within one company's product, Apple isn't just playing catch-up. They might actually be pioneering this multi-AI future because, let's face it, no single AI model is the best at everything.
True.
So companies need different tools for different jobs. And the competition is fierce. Look at Samsung. They've already got Gemini features in their phones.
Good point.
So for you, the listener, this means your devices might start drawing on several AI brains. More choice, maybe more nuanced interactions.
But also more questions, right, about user experience, privacy, especially with optional things like ChatGPT.
Exactly. Lots to consider there.
That federation of AI intelligences.
Oh.
Yeah, that feels like a real shift. Choice is definitely becoming key. Okay, let's pivot now from those foundational models to the explosive creative AI space.
Yes, image and video generation.
This is where it gets really interesting. Another tech giant, Meta, making a big splash. How are they tackling this huge demand for AI images, AI video? What's their game plan?
Well, they've just announced a new licensing deal with Midjourney.
Midjourney. Okay, that's big.
Yeah, for their AI image and, importantly, video generation tech. Meta's chief AI officer, Alexander Wang, basically called it an all-of-the-above approach. They want competitive AI products fast.
So this is about competing directly with things like OpenAI Sora, Google's VO.
Precisely. And Black Forest Labs Flex, too. Meta has its own tools, of course. Imagine for images, Movie Gen for video.
Right, they're not starting from scratch.
No, but this Midjourney deal really supercharges their capabilities, gives them access to some seriously advanced generation tech.
And Midjourney itself, a fascinating company, right? Famously independent, never took outside investment.
That's right. CEO David Holtz confirmed it. Even while they were apparently heading towards, $200 million in revenue last year?
Just from subscriptions. $10 to $120 a month. Pretty incredible. And they jumped into AI video back in June with V1.
They move fast. But of course, there are challenges.
The legal stuff.
Exactly. Midjourney's facing copyright lawsuits. Disney, Universal, arguing they used copyrighted work for training.
Which puts them right in the middle of that whole messy legal debate around AI training data. It affects so many companies.
Absolutely. And zooming out, this Meta Midjourney deal really highlights the intense competition in AI image and video generation. These strategic partnerships, they're becoming just as vital as building your own tech in-house.
It's not just about having the best model anymore.
Not in isolation, no. It's about forming alliances to innovate faster. And think about Meta's user base.
Yeah.
Billions of people.
Potential to democratize these really advanced creative tools.
Huge potential.
Yeah.
Making sophisticated AI generation accessible to, well, almost everyone. But that also ramps up the ethical and legal debates, doesn't it? Copyright, ownership of AI content.
Yeah, it really does. The big question for you listening is probably, how do we balance this incredible innovation speed with, the necessary protections for creators?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? A crucial balance.
Okay, so from corporate alliances, let's zoom out again. Geopolitics.
Yeah.
How are whole nations tackling AI? What does this idea of digital sovereignty actually mean when tech is so global?
Canada's making some interesting moves here.
They really are. They've signed what's called a Memorandum of Understanding, an MOU, with Cohe, Inc., which is based in Toronto.
Right, a Canadian AI company.
Yeah. And the goal is basically to speed up AI use in public services, but also to strengthen Canada's own sovereign AI ecosystem. Ministers talked about efficiency, digital independence, and importantly, supporting Canadian innovators.
So sovereign AI, what exactly does that mean in practice?
Good question. It essentially means technology developed domestically. The idea is to protect digital independence, keep data secure.
Makes sense, and Cohere fits that bill.
Seems like it. Founded in 2019, Canadian multinational, big focus on security-first enterprise AI, and they already work with huge global companies, Oracle, Dell, RBC, SAP.
So they're established.
Very. And Canada's been serious about AI for a while, They were the first country with a national AI strategy way back in 2016.
Wow, ahead of the curve.
Yeah. And they've invested heavily since then, over $4.4 billion, including a big chunk, $2.4 billion, in this year's budget for things like computing power, adoption programs, and setting up a national AI safety institute.
They're really putting their money where their mouth is. Plus other things like the Pan-Canadian AI strategy, a voluntary code of conduct.
Exactly. But this push for national digital independence, does it risk, creating silos, maybe holding back global collaboration on AI research?
That's the critical tension, isn't it? Sovereign AI is vital, yes, for data control, national security, building up your own tech industry. But the potential downside is fragmentation. Maybe slowing down the global sharing of knowledge.
Right.
But what Canada seems to be doing with Cohere is trying for a balance. They're using a company that's Canadian-grown, but already globally connected.
So independence without total isolation.
That seems to be the aim. And for you, the listener, this could mean government services that are more secure, maybe more efficient, built on homegrown tech. It also kind of positions Canada as a model, maybe, for other countries trying to navigate this global AI race while protecting their own interests.
Independence without isolation. I like that framing. Okay, let's bring it right back home. Now, literally, to our houses. How's AI changing things there?
Smart home assistants.
Exactly. Ever felt yours is a bit, robotic, clunky? Well, Google's making a huge play. Gemini for Home, a brand new AI assistant for smart homes. What's the vision here? How's it going to change how we interact with tech in our own space?
Okay, so this is big news. Google's Gemini for Home is coming soon, rolling out in October, apparently via an early access program first.
And it's going to replace the current Google Assistant on Nest speakers, displays.
Eventually, yes. Powered by Google's Gemini AI, obviously, designed for much smarter, more natural interactions.
And you'll still say, hey, Google.
Yep, the wake word stays the same.
Yeah.
And they'll be free and paid tiers.
Got it. So this is Google really trying to reinvent their smart home strategy, catching up to Amazon's Alexa Plus, maybe?
Seems like it.
Yeah.
They're calling it their biggest smart home shift in over 6 years. Anish Katukaran, who's the CPO for Google Home and Nest, says it'll feel fundamentally new.
Because of Gemini's better reasoning, better search.
Exactly. Imagine saying something complex like, turn off the lights everywhere except my bedroom.
And it just does it without getting confused.
That's the promise. Plus better handling of lists, reminders, calendars, the usual stuff, but smarter.
Okay, but what's the real game changer?
Gemini Life.
Ah, right. Explain that.
It enables actual conversations, back and forth interactions without you having to say, hey, Google, every single time.
Oh, wow. So like a proper dialogue.
That's the idea. Fluid conversation with your home assistant.
Okay, that sounds different.
It really is. What stands out to me is exactly that Gemini Live, transforming the assistant from just a command taker.
Like a remote control you talk to.
Exactly, into something more collaborative, almost like a conversational AI presence in your home. It shifts the whole dynamic.
So for me, using it day to day, what does that mean?
Well, potentially unparalleled convenience, personalization. Imagine you're cooking, asking for recipe tweaks based on what you have, or brainstorming ideas out loud, troubleshooting something around the house.
Just chatting with the AI.
Pretty much. This kind of fluid conversational AI really changes how we interact with tech at home. It's less about giving instructions, more like a genuine partnership.
Blurs the lines between a tool and maybe a companion.
Kind of. Makes your home feel way more intuitive, potentially.
Sounds like our homes are definitely about to get a lot smarter. Now, if this kind of cutting-edge stuff really fascinates you, quick note. There's the Q Plus AI 2.0 event, focusing on quantum computing and AI. That's October 19th to 21st.
For the real deep divers.
Indeed. But for the rest of us, maybe not attending quantum AI conferences. What does all this mean for our everyday work? Let's connect the dots.
Right. Big tech is one thing, but how can you use this stuff?
Exactly. So let's look at some intriguing AI tools, and I want to walk through a really practical tutorial. Automating performance reviews using ChatGPT and Google Drive.
Ooh, turning those messy notes into something polished. That's useful.
Super useful. Okay, here's how you do it, step by step. First, make a Google Doc. Call it employee review or something. Put in your rough notes, employee name, role, KPIs, any feedback you've jotted down.
Dump it all in there.
Pretty much. Next, hop over to ChatGPT. Click the little I+ icon, find connected apps, and give it access to your Google Drive. You got to connect them.
Makes sense. Link the brain to the data.
Then you prompt ChatGPT, give it clear instructions, maybe some templates. Definitely include a SMART goal structure, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound.
Crucial for good reviews and PIPs, performance improvement plans.
Exactly. So you tell it, analyze my employee review doc, create performance reviews and 30, 60, 90 PIPs using these formats, and then you paste in your templates.
Okay, straightforward so far.
Now, the key step. Enable agent mode. This is super important. It lets ChatGPT actually do stuff with your apps, not just chat. It becomes like a proactive assistant.
Got it. Give it agency.
So you prompt, update the employee review doc with the structured sections for each person, let it organize things, and finally, the automation. You can schedule it monthly.
Set it and forget it.
Right, like run third Saturday at 9 a.m., update the employee review doc from the latest notes, regenerate the reviews and PIPs. And here's a pro tip. Just keep adding rough notes to that Google Doc throughout the month, weekly, whenever.
And the agent scoops them up and formats everything automatically.
Exactly. Consolidates, structures it all, turns your raw input into professional output month after month.
Wow. That really shows the practical power, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It tackles that problem of review cycles getting skipped or rushed.
Totally.
Ensures consistency. Turns those, scattered thoughts into actual actionable documents. It's exactly what listeners need using AI with your own knowledge base for real results.
Think of the time saved. Better HR processes, better outcomes for the team.
Huge potential impact.
It really is incredible how practical these tools are getting. Okay, so beyond that specific tutorial, let's do a quick rundown of a few other interesting AI tools that are popping up. Quick disclaimer. We're not endorsing these. AInews.com isn't, but they caught our eye. Worth knowing about.
Always good to see what's out there.
First, there's Blue. It's a voice assistant that claims it can control every single app on your phone completely hands-free.
Every app, wow.
Yeah, imagine just saying, order my usual coffee, or find that article I saved. No tapping required.
That's ambitious.
Then there's Agent. This one offers something called a multi-agent workforce. Basically, you build and manage your own team of custom AIs to automate complex workflows.
Like having your own AI specialists for different tasks, data analysis, content creation.
Exactly, your own little AI workforce.
Yeah.
Next, ReadyBase. This is designed to turn raw information research notes, data dumps, into polished PDFs. Instantly, just with a simple prompt.
Okay, that sounds useful for reports.
Right. From sprawling notes to client-ready doc in seconds. And finally, DualWeb. This tool helps optimize your website for both AI crawlers and human visitors without needing a total redesign.
So making sure search engines and people both understand your site properly.
You got it. making sure you're visible and usable for everyone, human or machine. So these tools, they really show how AI is offering these shortcuts, right? Automating tedious stuff, giving us new capabilities, saving time and effort.
Absolutely. Streamlining things significantly.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, wow, we've covered a lot, a real whirlwind of advancements.
We really have.
We unpacked Apple's big strategy, that Federation of Intelligences idea, Meta's creative push with Midjourney, Canada stepping up with its sovereign AI plan alongside Cohere.
And Google making our homes potentially much more conversational with Gemini for Home.
Plus those really practical tools like the ChatGPT review automation and that quick look at Blue, iGent, ReadyBase, and Dual Web.
It leaves you thinking, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And maybe with a final question for you, the listener.
Go for it.
Given this breakneck speed of AI partnerships, companies teaming up, but also this national push for sovereign AI, what balance do you think is right for countries, for companies? How much focus on internal innovation versus leveraging expertise from outside? Where should they strike that balance for the future of AI?
That's a fantastic question. That tension between collaboration and competition, global integration and national interest, it's right at the heart of everything AI right now, something definitely worth mulling over.
It really defines the landscape.
Well, thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the latest AI buzz. We genuinely hope you feel more informed, maybe a bit more equipped, and definitely inspired to keep exploring. Because the joy of discovery, especially with AI, it's absolutely continuous.